In India, we have kings and we have big throne like this. So I feel I'm a king from India right now. So occasionally they call the people from their kingdom to inquire about the welfare of the people. And this is also meeting to discuss about the welfare of the people. By the way, how many people have come to my last meeting? So I have some friends. Good. Normally, I start the speech with praying to my Guru. So I hope you don't mind. Aim Dream Srim Aim Klim Sauh Hamsa Siva Soham Hask Frame Hasakshamaroyum Hasaum Sakshamarim Sahu Swarupa Nirupana Hetave Sugurave Sri Annapurnamba Zahitam Sri Amrutanandanada Saraswati Sri Guru Sri Padukam Pujyami Tarpyamanava Aim Dream Srim Aim Klim Sauh Hamsa Siva Soham Hask Frame Hasakshamaroyum Hasom Sakshamaravim Saho Swarupa Nirupana Hetave Swagurave Sri Annapurnamba Zahitam Sri Amrutanandanada Saraswati Sri Guru Sri Padukam Pujayami Tarpayami Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheswara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnum Sachivardam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vigno Bashante Om Srim Hrim Klim Glaum Gam Ganapataye Varavarada Sarvajanam Me Vashamanaya Swaha Om Srim Hrim Klim Glaum Gam Ganapataye Varavarada Sarvajanam Me Vashamanaya Swaha Om Srim Hrim Klim Glaum Gam Ganapataye Varavarada Sarvajanam Me Vashamanaya Swaha Om Srim Hrim Klim Glaum Gam Ganapataye Varavarada Sarvajanam Me Vashamanaya Swaha. So that prayer connects me to my religious guru. So what all I am talking is not my credit from now onward, the credit of the greater and higher energy. Lee has given me a subject, relationship, management of relationship in the mundane world based on the principles of spirituality. And initially they said, I need to talk about half an hour. We cannot start a relationship and end it in half an hour. And that's not a relation. So somehow I got my visa extended for another half an hour, I think. So in this 1 hour probably, we are going to share our knowledge about relation, relate. Before I came into the world, did I have relationship? My first relationship is with my mother, who carried me in my womb. And that was unconditional. And no expectations. I didn't expect my mother to eat for me, drink for me at specific times, lie for me, lie down for me in specific postures. And that's why 9 months, it's okay for me to stay in that tiny place. What happened to me when I came out? Then I have my first relationship, internal. That's where. When you listen to the term relation, we go outside. But the first outsider we have is the mind. Because if you feel that you are a soul, anything other than the soul is an outsider. And the thoughts or the senses coming from the mind is the first outsider I need to encounter. I'm going to explain this as it goes on. Suppose I have a desire. Who is having the desire? This at soul level is complete. Soul is complete. So it cannot have a desire. Something makes that to feel incomplete, and that's called desire. And to fulfill that non-existing incompleteness, we are doing some actions, and it's a game. By the time we realize, maybe at my age, 65 or 70, whatever it may be, when we look back, what did I do all these days? Just satisfying the messages coming from my mind? So my first relationship I need to manage is with my mind. There are many relationships. I have a relationship with my words which I am speaking. If I don't take care of my word, and it's going to recoil back on me, and I'm going to blame the world for my pain. In fact, it started from here. So, first lesson before talking about relationship is a relationship first just happens without any analysis. You analyze and make a relationship, that's called business. In business, we expect profit, and every year we have a balance sheet and decide whether to run the business or close the business. And that's based on the profit and loss account. If my relationship has started like a flash, why do you like that person? I don't know. There's no reason. Are you going to be with that person forever? Why not? Here, once that flash comes, everybody needs a relationship, either internal or external. There cannot be anybody without any relationship. Maybe outside they don't have anybody. But inside we do have a continuous relationship. So we need to have a relationship, number one. And the starting of the relationship happens just like a lightning. After that, it can be stabilized with one basic fundamental principle. No one is made for each other. Made for each other is only for books, for songs and movies. Let us try to digest that hard fact. I am made for me, my wife is made for her. We just meet and do our business in that common area, launch. That's where we do. That, the two circles, that example, they intersect, and this is different, this is different. The space where they intersect, that is where you can have peace. So first, I need to understand, listen to this carefully. In a relationship, there will be differences between the two people. Either priority, habits, manners, language, anything. And you need to try to respect the difference rather than try to do something to make a change in the other person, bring a change in the other person. It will never happen. You bring a change, one more thing. And your life will be wasted in bringing out change in the other person, and you forget that I forgot to bring a change in myself. When I'm a raw person, raw product, I never changed. The same ego, anger, lust, greed, negative thinking, self-centeredness, fear, doubt. I have so many things to tackle. First, let me do my homework. We all have homework. We forget. You go on excursion, vacation, without doing the homework, what will happen? You will fail. So first do the homework. Before trying to, when the thought comes, okay, this person is not in tune with me, is not thinking, or she is not thinking like me. The one principle which helps you is, number one is, in a relationship, there will be differences between two entities and you need to respect the difference. Number two, first start with the other person is always correct. Very, very difficult. The other person is always correct. This is a tactful way of dealing. Because who cares? I may not be like that person, but you are right, but I don't follow you. The problem comes when I think that you are not right and try to bring you in my line of thinking. May happen. When it happens, wow, I have a wonderful husband, we have a wonderful relationship. Well, that is there when everything 100% perfect. Sometime the volcano comes. So that need not happen when you say, when that unfortunately happens, some difference happens, well, I take this, the other person is right in their perspective. You cannot make a rule, no, they cannot be like that. No, this is wrong. That kind of life, that kind of thinking, thoughts, everything is perfect with that soul embedded in that body with the past karmic functions. Every action has got an equal and opposite reaction. Last time I told you, what you are seeing is the reactions of the actions done by the entities before. Reactions of the actions done by the entities before. And if you understand that, you don't act to produce another reaction for you in the next future. So, do you understand this concept? So, in his karmic in past actions, he's perfect, she's perfect. To think, even if I were you in that body, my soul, that live energy is in that body, I will behave in the same way. Take the case of electric current. If it is in the filament, it will glow. But if it is in the fan, it will turn. What you are seeing is the difference between the light and the fan, and saying, why not the light also rotate like me? The fan is thinking. And the light is thinking, why the light is not coming with the fan? They're forgetting, in both, the common factor is the electric current. If this electric current is in that body, it will behave in the same way. The same truth for the human being. Everything is fine. Enjoy. I'll also enjoy. Right? But keep your awareness always watchful. Watchful of everything happening inside or outside. Answer my question. Watchful of everything happening inside. That's what we are not doing. We're able to watch everything outside and totally forgetting what is happening inside. Example, when I say, oh, that person is horrible, he's very, his anger is unbearable. Well, you are forgetting your face is also turning like that when you are referring to the other person. The best example in a relationship is, we always give, if you have a black spot, some oil stain or something on your cheek, and you are looking in a mirror, that spot will appear in the mirror. What we are trying to do is wipe the mirror lifelong to remove the spot. You will never be successful. All you have to do is, what's the outside is inside. That's all, you are all set. What I see outside is nothing but inside. If I see love outside, that means I have love. If I don't have love, I cannot see outside. That is why if I don't find that other person whom I am in relationship is having love towards me, check. When the feeling comes, maybe you are not loving that person. That's the truth. Go back to your age. When you are a child, you have these reservations, you have this expectation. The child laughs smiles at everybody without any expectation. It doesn't analyze, doesn't judge, and it's full of love. You say hi, like this. But you say hi to that person, what is? That smile is not very wide enough to show his love towards me. So you analyze that every action of that other person, because this is empty here sometimes. So the other person is always correct, and this principle I'm going to use whenever I'm having trouble. Not always. Everything is fine, enjoy. But the first signs of pain, a pain is not your natural character. You know that? It's not your natural character. Joy is your character. Because you are not striving for pain. You are not struggling to get pain. You are struggling to get joy. That's your aim. So that's the natural character which we have lost. Right? The moment we came out of mother's womb, we lost that natural character of love and joy. And the whole journey is just finding out what the lost treasure. Finding the lost treasure is my life. My lost treasure is joy and love. So relationship cannot start with expectation. Relationship cannot continue with judgment. The other person is always correct, and there will be difference between two entities. You all come to that understanding, right? Anybody who doesn't approve this statement? Suppose, here it is. Suppose a person gets up, I don't approve your statement. The other person is right. Immediately, because the pain may come if I say, oh, that person, why doesn't he like? Maybe he's not spiritual. You start judging. So instead of that, maybe he's right. It's not necessary that my mind should be in tune. There is no glamour in the life. Imagine everybody is a saint. Everybody is spiritual. There cannot be any Agape center. Whom we are going to teach? If all of you become enlightened, there is no necessity for enlightenment. The life will come to stand still. So there should be knowledge, there should be ignorance. So this non-tuning, like lack of tuning, is there with a purpose to bring some, value to the life. So my job is to do the homework. How do I do the homework? How to handle relationship. First, my relationship is with my parents. At that time, I just need to follow what they say. No point. I don't have any, okay, good, youngsters are there. I have to follow. Because if I had to go from here to Houston, I never visited Houston. Can I guide the driver? The driver is my parent. They have already gone, they have already lived. So at that time of relationship with my parent, whatever they say is right. I need to follow without judgment. The mind at that time acts in a reverse way. Hey, you are an individual. How can anybody can control you? This is good. This philosophy is good when you think of the soul. You are an individual. How can the mind control you? At the inner level, it's good. But when you are relating with the parent, at that time, whatever they do is right. Because they are the root for your existence. Then the third quality comes gratitude. Love, joy, love, gratitude. I need to be grateful for the life I have. The best prayer is Thanksgiving prayer. Thank you, God, for this wonderful life. I may be having horrible problems. That's fine. Thank you. Because whenever you get a moment of joy or prayer or peace or love, well, that's a perfect moment. So for that perfect moment, you thank that great source. Thank you for everything. Number one, that's gratitude. When I don't have gratitude to my parent, who are the source for my existence, that when I start to misunderstand what is relationship. A relationship, you're all tools for me. I'm a machine. All the nuts are loose because it's overused from birth after birth. So, somewhere this setup is, I never thought of meeting you. You all came, we are all in this big hall. So you are the tools for me. Using you, I need to correct this mission. This is the relationship we do have. Think of this scenario. A machine is trying to repair a screwdriver. This is what is happening. The screwdriver has to repair the machine, not the machine is repairing the screwdriver. Any relationship outside is got a purpose to transform you internally. If the relationship is good, the purpose is to give joy. If the relationship is sometimes painful to you, you understand that there is something to repair, transform. So, when the misunderstanding happens at the child level, understanding the relationship between the parent and the child, and unfortunately, that continues. Expectations. Right? And last time, I remember I told you a great mantra for everlasting peace. Can anybody tell these people? The Aim Klim Sau, even if you recite, you have to recite 24/7, and nobody can do that. Anybody. The problem with us is when we say mantra, we think of funny words and funny combinations. A mantra can be what I am speaking, also what you are speaking. It's a combination of syllables. That's all a mantra. You want to know what is the best mantra for peace? Yes or no? Yes. But you have to tell it almost all through the life. Are you ready? Yes. The mantra is, it's okay. So in a relationship, use this best mantra. Anything happens outside, it's okay. But don't say, it's okay. So the modulation of the word, the facial expression, everything matters. It's often the emotion behind the statement that hurts the person, not the statement. You want me to repeat? The emotion behind the statement that hurts the person and not the statement. You still say, you know what, I hate you. You don't feel that because I'm having a shield-like smile on my face. I told you to drink that coffee. It's love. But my expression is something else. Right? You understand that? So, anytime the pain is there, take shelter. It's okay. Trust me. At the end of the life, you imagine, so suppose there's a lot of strenuous relationship. I suggested this to many people, and I even tried, not with my wife. I have a wonderful relationship with my wife. But sometimes when the people try to hurt me with their wanton, arrogant behavior, then I go to the extreme, think of my death. All this struggle coming to these centers, going back, swimming, picking, dropping, music class, piano class, movies, all these things bother me only when that life force inside me. When that goes off, I don't bother about anything. I don't bother to change the person. I don't bother to, teach the person. So I need to think, do I have to take so much stress and pain just for a small thing of misunderstanding? I don't need to. I can adjust. Trust me, nobody is perfect. Everybody will be having certain percentage of good. Good is also a relative term. What is good to you may not be good to you. And then you call it bad from your end. I call it good from my end. It's a relationship between good and bad. So, in every person, there will be certain percentage of the so-called good and a certain percentage of so-called bad. There cannot be any totally bad person, and there cannot be, unfortunately, totally good person also. It's relative. Any term we use in the normal mundane life is relative. Good, bad. Then pleasure, pain, light, dark, knowledge, ignorance, wealthy, poor. You think of any term, if it has got an opposite term, that is mundane. That's all. General thumb rule. Tell me any mundane word which doesn't have opposite word. Joy. Opposite is? Sad or... But there is one word, bliss. Opposite? No, despair is a lower word. Bliss is higher. At that level, you don't find any... So those are the levels of awareness. I got distracted by the movement, so I lost connection with the internet. Let me wait to get the connection back. Where am I? What is the last sentence I spoke? Okay. So, nobody is perfect. You have this much percentage of good, this much. So, what I am missing is, if my mind is focused only on this negativity, listen to me very carefully. This is what is happening in everybody's life. If my mind is focusing only on the negativity, it is going to increase. Who is increasing? Me, not the other person change. He or she exactly what she was like before. But by constant repetitive thinking of that character or that behavior which is not in tune with me, I'm increasing. Example. So I got hurt maybe in my toe. I don't have anything to do, so I keep on looking at my toe. Oh, very painful, very painful, very painful. And somebody knocks the door. You know what? You got the jackpot. Wow! This gone. It's there, but it's not there. That means when I'm focusing, it is increasing. Pain or pleasure. Pleasure also the same thing. Wonderful life. Beautiful chair, even though it is 30 feet above the ground level. But if I keep on thinking, what if I fall from this place, I may break my leg, oh my God. And that fear increases. I may not be comfortable in this comfortable seat. This is what we are doing. With our awareness, we give life to the external entities. This is the fact. It is our awareness which is making it. So what I need to think is, suppose that person has got 5% transparent bad. I hate to use the word bad. I mean, not a character which is not tuned to you. Then I need to do, okay, he may be smoking, but he is not drinking. Other side. He may be drinking and smoking, but he is not gambling. He may be drinking and smoking and gambling. Well, he is not asking me money. Somewhere some shelter is there. and focus on that, trust me, this fellow will stop all the smoking and drinking and gambling. This for 500% guarantee. What happens is, in the name of relationship, always you're drinking. Always you're reminding him or her about their character. And by that, you are giving life to that so-called character. Trust me, whatever happens, you know what? You're much better than the other persons. I see so many horrible people. You are wonderful. Even though it's fake, fine. I'll always tell, we have 3 personalities, everyone. The outermost is fake. That's what we have. I'm sorry. It's fake. That's where, even if we have big trouble in our house, somebody knocks the door, "Hi, how are you?" Is it not fake? Just now we had a fight. We open in the name of manners, in the name of culture, tradition, ethics, or you give any reason. This is fake. The innermost is pure. That's where the gratitude, love, and joy is experienced. That's innermost. And this middle fellow is struggling between this and this. When this fellow goes to this and behaves fake, there will be a moment in that person's life, in a day, this is not good. I need to be spiritual. I need to be good. This is not right. And then slowly it moves to the inner. There, if it is too good, you know what? Everybody is using my goodness. I don't need to be so nice to the people anymore. They're using me. It is again fake. Always back and forth, frequent flyer. From this and this and this. And in this process, they gather frequent flyer miles, which is called karma. My advice and my experience is I focus only on the middle, neither here nor here. Because this I don't want, this I don't understand where it is. Can anybody say what is salvation? What is realization? These are the terms we read in the books. We think that has to come maybe after years of practice and struggle, turning yourself upside down, yoga, meditation, whatever. I don't know. So I don't want to think about that. What I know is this middle personality. This is where I'm talking. The other person is always correct. So you take your focus on that bigger or smaller. Sometimes the person may be too bad, but too little goodness. That's fine. You focus on the goodness. You don't worry about the other percentage. That's how you protect yourself, protect the relationship outside. No matter what, I cannot go away from any person judging that person. That is not the right way of living. Maybe it's not tuned to me, but that doesn't mean that the other person is completely bad. No. It's not tuned to me. So I can train myself in focusing on that part which is tuned to me. So not this fellow, I'm going to end this in, how long I was speaking? 40 minutes? Exact?
2 hours.
How long I was speaking? 40 minutes. Oh my God. So I'll be completing this in 6 minutes because I would love to honor my promise. But you forgot one, 6 minutes in my time may be different from 6 minutes your time. And the other person is always correct. Right? So, in this relationship, the only one point, there is a lot of things to talk about relationship with your work. A work-side relationship, different. A home-front relationship is different. Relationship with one particular person where you can share your secrets, you can lean on that person for anything, depend on that is different. A relationship within yourself is different. Relationship with the unknown is different. Relationship with an animal is different. With a tree is different. With the nature is different. You see how many relationships we have? But unfortunately, when we say relationship, honestly tell me, when you heard about this topic, did you think of animals, pets, and nature, or only human beings? That's fair. See, that I know my thought process is limited. So only this 5% I am focusing always, leaving this 95% which is unknown to me. So, any relationship, if there is any dispute, argument, I have two principles for you. Number one, listen, listen, listen. Tell yourself, listen, listen, listen. Somebody says, you know what? All your knowledge is waste. I found out a new truth. The sun is rising from west. And he wants to continue. But the mind immediately says, no, that's not right. No, listen, 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 until the other person is complete. We can follow that because we already have experience what has happened if I didn't listen completely. We already had. And we forgot conveniently we forgot what happened before. So now I remember I need to listen. Next, that other person stops. It is totally against what you believe. I told you the first principle, it need not be same as you believe. It can be different. But I cannot say, oh, it's right. I cannot accept, but I cannot differ also. So how do you tackle that? The first sentence after argument, argument happens only when the two people are not leaving their hold, continuously focusing on the same aspect, the argument comes. When a continued discussion on the same subject happens for more than a considerable time, you can watch, which is giving stress and pain to you, that's when the alarm should sound you. Don't get carried away. Don't try to win over the other person. It's a temporary win. With that win, we may have to go through a lot of pain. Internal pain, external pain is not necessary. You don't need to hurt yourself. You don't need to hurt others. So how do you open your communication is what you say is correct. That what you say is correct. The first word you say in discussion or heated argument, when you listen, stop and say what you say is correct. You know what? If I were you, I'll behave in the same way. Maybe worse than you. You're much better. Completely satisfying the other person. In a relationship, there should not be clash of egos. A clash of love should be there. I want to love you more than you love me. And you will try to love me more than I love you. This clash of love is healthy for a relationship rather than clash of ego. So when the clash of ego comes, you take the shelter in satisfying the other person's ego. That's fine. Temporarily you satisfy. What you say is perfectly right. You are much greater than me, much nicer. But then you express what you want to say. Trust me, it works. Because the other person's ego is satisfied, then that person also is open for listening. Listening is the way of life. You listen to your heartbeat. My cardiologist is here. They may need a stat, a spiritual person doesn't need a stat to listen to the inner voice. So listen, when you are in pain, sit down quietly, listen to all the sounds without analyzing. And I'm finishing this with one hint. Analysis is very difficult to stop. Analyzing judgment. The simple exercise is you look at a wall painted with different pictures, triangle, pentagon, polygon, hyperbola, red, blue. Keep on looking at that. Mind will give you thoughts. This is a circle. This is a triangle. This is a rectangle. This color. Stop. You keep on stopping the thoughts and trying to see the picture as a whole, not trying to analyze each portion of the picture. It will work for you. Srimatram.
I want to thank you for joining us today. I'm so grateful that you took your time to watch or listen to this message. If you found this message beneficial, I would ask that you go to our website, agapecsl.com. Once there, click on the donate button and experience the joy of conscious and purposeful giving. Or if you would like, text your gift by simply dialing 972-532-6976. It is through your gifts that we are able to bring this message to you in the world. I would ask that if you like this message, to please subscribe to my YouTube channel under my name, Lee Wolak. Again, I want to thank you for joining me in the Agape community as we learn how to better self-love through conscious living.